Bored of standing in place and watching the television in the shop window, I pull myself away from the tacky display with little effort. And we're back at the cities, because in Hanako's fruit, remember, we were in the city. So now in Lilly's fruit, we are in the city again. And it's the same, similar to Hanako's fruit. We are here with Lilly to buy presents for Hanako's birthday party. But the difference is, that one was Hanako's fruit, this one is Lilly's fruit. So there are going to be differences. So let's see what's going to happen from here as we go on some sort of a date with Lilly for shopping. Here we go. After living at Yamaku, the city seems like an entirely different world. No running in the halls, calm and orderly conduct is to be used at all times in the classrooms. Students are to exit rooms after checking both directions for oncomers. Elevators are reserved for movement-impaired students. Single file on stairs. Compared to such strict, almost regimental standards, the city's shopping arcade might as well be a strange country. Is that so? I thought it's like, it all depends on the school. I mean, doesn't mean that a school in the countryside will be strict. It just depends on the school. It just so happens that Yamaku has pretty strict rules. So yeah. While the school may have its fair share of hustle and bustle during the festival, the outside world is much different. It's strange. Having lived in a metropolitan city before my accident, this should feel more natural than Yamaku and the surrounding town ever could. Yet it feels foreign somehow. The elevated walkways and tall buildings, each adorned with billboards taller than any 3 people, don't do anything to distract me from the passing crowd's reactions. Oh yeah, actually I've never really taken a good look at the billboards. Not that they really look interesting though. Alright, that's Lilly. Yeah, in this attire, her casual clothes. Actually, I think I've said before, but I really like these casual clothes of hers. So yeah, I mean it's like the, what you call this kind of dress? Top, some kind of top, you know, exposing the top. Yeah. Lilly keeps one hand on my shoulder, the other holding her cane, which taps the ground with a metronome-like steadiness. Looking over to her, that neutral smile of hers still holds. Having only seen her in school uniform, I would not have recognized her, as she sat on a bench waiting for me to come, if not for her cane propped up against it and her distinctive hair. And maybe the black ribbon? I can't tell whether they're glancing at her due to her height, her foreign looks, her obvious blindness, or all 3. Not that any of those would make the situation any less uncomfortable than it is. Do you have any idea of where to look for Hisao? Oh, let me guess, we're going back to that shop, antique shop. Her soft voice picks me out of my line of thought. I can't imagine that she's failing to notice the attention she garners, but she seems unfazed by it. I get the feeling she's the type to enjoy walking outside, so she might be used to it by now. Not really. This is my first time in this city, so I've got no idea of where to go. She furrows her brow in thought, planning a route for us to take. And, come to think of it, a way to communicate it. Something I had noticed in the time I've been with her is how, when deep in thought, she lacks close to any form of body language to show it. Her expression may change, but not a hint of movement shows. She seems to have little in the way of sweeping physical gestures in general though, so I've assumed it's part of her reserved nature. Is there a large electronics store near here? Actually, come to think of it, I think in Hanako's route, what Lilly did was let Hisao lead the way, right? Even though that was his first time in the city too in Hanako's route. But this time, well, because Hisao has no idea where to go, so he asked Lilly to take the lead. So okay, and apparently we're going to this electronics store. I take a quick look around, mostly finding clothing stores. After a few seconds, I notice a store with a bright blue sign some distance away that fits her description. Yep, it's just a bit ahead of us. Should we go in that direction? Thankfully, it's just the information she needed. With a nod, we start off and head towards Lilly's unknown destination, landmarks being our guide. Oh, it's making me hungry right here. Oh, all the different flavors of ice cream. Oh yeah, let's see. Strawberry, chocolate chips, vanilla, sweet corn, whatever, chocolate, or the raspberry and all that. Alright, here you go. 1 vanilla, 1 chocolate. I hand the money over to the counter and take the cones to the railing that Lilly's sitting on. I can't believe I let her trick me like this. Okay. She not only led me to an ice cream store, but also got me to buy her some. At least she gave me the money for hers. Well, actually Lilly's also kind of the sneaky type. The type who likes to tease others. I mean, Amy also does that, but, well, Lilly does it more discreetly. Sure enough, she's patiently waiting where I had left her. I guess she was planning on making the day an event, rather than a simple shopping trip. And you know, a date? Yeah? Oh, she looks happy. I call out to her and slowly place the vanilla cone in her outstretched hands, being careful to make sure she has a good hold of it before letting go. At least her tastes are fairly normal. I was worried she would ask for some weird flavor when she first asked. Here's the change. It's okay. Keep it. Wow, how generous. I moved to protest, but realized the futility of doing so over such a small amount. I slipped the coin into my pocket, supplementing my meager allowance ever so slightly. Lilly shows no signs of wanting to get up, so I take a seat beside her and start eating my own ice cream. Actually, I was just thinking, you know, I'm starting to like Lilly more and more. I mean, she was okay to me before this route, but once I got to her route, well, I'm actually starting to like her even more. Yeah. The summer weather's nice. Hopefully it will hold out for a while. You too? I'm beginning to think I'm the only one who prefers winter. I contemplate her statement for a long moment. Well, winter's cool too, because you get to play with snow and all. Not that there's snow in my country though, because, well, I live near the equator, so yeah, it's summer all year round. So, yeah, I think you might be. It draws the intended reaction. Okay, force her to do the pouting. She's cute when she's pouting. Still, I can't really imagine what's so good about winter. You can't go out without building up, and you still freeze anyway. Or I mean bundling up. Well, there's snowman, like I said, you can play with snow. I used to live further north, where there would be plenty of snow to play in, so it's a little nostalgic. I don't like the heat very much either. Oh, now you made her sad. Come on, Hisao. Bad boy. At least you can wear a skirt, so don't complain about that. I don't know about that though. She gives an amused giggle as we both get back to finishing off our already melting cones. You mean ice cream? Because cones don't melt. They don't. I idly sit and watch the crowds going by as we eat, catching bits and pieces of conversation. Looking to Lilly, I see her dutifully licking her ice cream from the top downwards, blissfully unaware of the fact that it's beginning to melt, and she looks so happy right here. Aww. It makes me smile every time I see this kind of face. It's melting. Where? Down a bit. She lowers her mouth from the top of the cone, but has no idea of exactly where the ice cream is dripping. What follows is a game of guiding her left and right until she finally finds it. So, to any onlooker, it must seem absolutely bizarre. A girl with her eyes closed, turning her cone over and over as the guy next to her gives instructions. A strange variant of childhood blindfold games, maybe. In good time, we finally finish our treats, and while away, the time conversing casually. Caught mid-sentence, Lilly perks her head in her trademark manner. It's an unmistakable sign that something's caught her attention. And I also like this pose of her, by the way. Also pretty unique. Yeah. Huh? What is it? Is Akira somewhere over there? I think I heard her. Wow, you can even hear her? I raise an eyebrow as I look in the direction she's facing, somewhat doubtful of her ability to pick out Akira's lone voice in the din. Sure enough, behind the crowds, though, a blonde girl in a suit can be seen through the tiny gaps between people walking every which way. I raise her hand and wave, trying to catch her attention. Sato! Hey, Sato! She stops in her tracks and looks towards me, evidently noticing my calls. As she does, I notice someone walking beside her. Oh, there's someone else? The mother, father? I can't get a good look at whoever it is though. Oh yeah, there's somebody there. I think it's this one. Yes, you see? Yeah, this one. I can't get a good look at whoever it is though, before the two begin walking towards where we are. Okay, there's someone else, right? As they reach us, Lilly and I stand and dust ourselves off. Akira? Hey, you two. Okay. Oh, who is this girl? Oh, this is a brand new character that I've not seen before. But she looks to be a student, so okay. She nods towards me, a gesture which I quickly return. My gaze shifts towards the young girl next to her, and our eyes meet. As they do, Akira plops a hand onto her head, a move which doesn't seem to faze her. I don't believe in that. I'm Hideaki. Let me try that again. Hideaki. Pleased to meet you, Hisao. A guy's name, huh? Guess I just dodged the bullet there. He bows, somewhat restrained by Akira's hand being on his head. Wait. Are you freaking... Are you seriously kidding me? Wait. This person is a he? What? What's going on? So they're a couple? Okay, actually I had wanted to say couple, but I thought this Hideaki is a girl, so I thought they're like just girlfriends, but they're a couple. But I mean, Akira can kind of tell that she's a girl, even though she dresses like a man. But Hideaki, man, he's a trap. Hey, you think serious? It's a he? Alright. Okay. Oh, Hideaki's here too. Are you well? Akira's been taking very good care of me, thank you. Akira grins as if to affirm the point and rubs his head hard, dragging it around in a circular motion. His dreary face during this is somewhat amusing. I mean, anyway, I just don't get traps sometimes. Why do people cross-dress sometimes? I also don't know. But well, it's their taste, so not gonna judge, not gonna say anything about that. Uncle's out on business again, so I'm just taking him around town for today. I would have preferred to be spending the day on a date with my boyfriend, but... Okay, so he's not your boyfriend, alright. Okay, that's at least good, Akira. So he's not a couple, just a friend, alright. Hideaki gives a cough to try and redirect Akira's to try and redirect Akira's thoughts. As he does so though, I find mine wondering. They're related? And further, as first cousins, oh, so they're cousins, okay. I suppose that explains why she's taking care of him in any case. Come to think of it, Hideaki, how did you know my name? And actually, no, never mind. I was about to say, why don't you question Hideaki why you are dressed like that, but no, never mind. Forget what I said. Akira told me, being a Yamaku student, I suppose you're disabled in some way? Not everyone in Yamaku's disabled. Hisao, which I only learned a handful of days ago. I give silent thanks to Shizune and Misha for their stream of information about how the school works. Oh really? Not everyone is disabled there. Okay. Because of them, I found out that since the school will accept practically anybody suffering from non-mental disabilities, it doesn't discriminate against healthy people either. but it's still disability, right, in some way. It seems unlikely that many in good health would enroll there though. While the standard of education is pretty high, it's extremely isolated and very much focused on helping disabled students. You're dodging the question? Damn, he's sharp. Before I can say another word though, he decides to take a stab at it himself. If I will call it myself, your heart? Wow. Akira looks smilingly curiously at me, her interest piqued as well. That sure was a lucky guess. How did you... You should know missing limbs or deformities, so external disabilities are out. Considering the lack of any strange mannerisms, it's also unlikely that you'll have any mental disabilities. The Yamaku doesn't take mentally disabled students. Oh, they don't know. Good to know. I know. Leaving that aside, the only possibility left is that of internal disabilities. I didn't know which one you might best, so I guessed. Correctly, as it turns out, and your reaction confirmed my guess. More than a little bemused, I look to Akira. She grins and shrugs, obviously taking some enjoyment out of her partner's deductions. He's sharp, yes, but more than a little unsympathetic, yeah. Logical, but lacking in tact. His attitude reminds me of Shizune in a way, as do his looks. Kind of, except one is a boy, the other is a girl. Oh, and please don't tell me they will be a perfect match. No. I don't know, actually. Oh. Why your forehead are turned kind of greyish? May I ask why you're staring at me? Surely I'm not that unusual specimen. You actually kind of remind me of Kenji too. Does he not know how unusual he looks? Yeah, I could overlook the spats and clothing as just being coincidental, but the ribbon in his hair really is too much. This is entirely beside the point though. Sorry, you just remind me of someone. Akira gives him a sharp jab with her elbow. And kind of whistling. Told you you're not that much different from her. He coughs into his hand to try and maintain an upright and serious demeanor. I see you've met my sister then. Perhaps my full name might help you? Oh, okay. Now that makes perfect sense. Why they seem similar? Alright. I am Hideaki Hakamichi. You're probably thinking of my sister, Shizune Hakamichi. Oh, if that's the case, since Hideaki is actually related to... I mean, he and Akira get along well. So, that means Shizune actually is also pretty close to Lilly, right? Oh, now the relationship between them really deepens. Shizune and Lilly. Yeah. Okay, and now I see why this guy Hideaki, he looks so familiar. Like, looks kind of similar to Shizune. Yeah, because they are related. So they are brothers and sisters. Brother and sister. Oh, so he's Shizune's brother. Well, this is a nice revelation right here. Pretty interesting. That actually piques my curiosity as to wanting to find out, you know, just how close, you know, Shizune and Lilly actually are, you know. Seeing that Hideaki and Akira are pretty close themselves. Wait a minute. If Hideaki is the son of Akira's uncle and Shizune is his sister, then that means Lilly and Shizune's fathers are brothers-in-law. Therefore, oh, so they are actually related. Lilly and Shizune are first cousins. Lilly groans in an uncharacteristically unrestrained manner. Oh well, that means big jackpot. The reaction earns an amused smirk from her sister. So they are cousins. Okay. The enmity between the two just took on another meaning. I had thought it was simply a matter of discussion. I had thought it was simply a matter of difficulty of communication between the two, but a family feud makes things much more complicated. You can choose your friends, but you can't choose your family. Yeah. She gives a half-hearted shrug. She mustn't give as much weight to the two's conflict as I do. Well, that's how it is. What are you two up to anyway on this fine day? We're shopping for Hanako's birthday present. The day will be coming up soon, so this is the last chance you have before school starts again for the week. Akira makes a strange face, as if Lilly had just said that the sky wasn't blue and the clouds not white. Isn't her birthday on the 10th next month? This is actually kind of advanced. Way in advance. Yes. Why? Is something wrong? Akira's face seems to collapse. It's an utterly unbefitting expression for someone so rowdy and headstrong. The folks didn't call you yet? As Lilly shakes her head cluelessly, I look at Hideaki to see if he knows anything about this. A simple shrug is his only answer. For a moment, Akira ponders what to do before smiling once again. The fact that she can hide her emotions so quickly and effectively is unsettling. Hey Shorty, sorry, but could you hang with Hisao for a while? Okay, so alright, private matters, alright. I want to, hear what's going on though, but okay, we can wait. So I'm stuck with you, alright? And it's gonna be so odd, no? Anyway, he nods and waves her off. Akira placing an arm on Lilly's shoulder as she guides her away and out of earshot. And so, I'm alone with Shorty. So, nice weather, huh? Isn't it, huh? Wow, what a way to start off a night. Not that you want to say any pickup lines, It seems so. Oh man, how awkward. I guess they dumped us. Indeed. What a farcical attempt at small talk. I've got no idea of how to talk to this guy, and his robotic responses aren't helping. Blood and a stone come to mind. Without another word, he begins to rock on his feet in an obvious gesture of boredom with this discussion. He really is like a little kid, despite his serious demeanor. Suspecting the conversation over, I decide to accomplish what I came here to do in the first place. Yes, buy a present for Hanako, right? I'm going to go search for a present. Coming? Not much else to do. In a little while, we come to a small shop beside a convenience store. Let me guess, it's the antique shop? For once, the store windows aren't filled with electronics and computer games, but dolls, stuffed bears, and all manners of wood-crafted oddities. Yep, it's the antique shop. Otello's Antiques? An antique store? Well, if there's anything in this town that would suit Hanako, I guess it'll be here. I reach for the old-looking door handle, but pull back at the last minute as I realize my companion's gone adrift. Not coming in. I'll just be in the newsstand for a while. Don't mind me. Wait, don't tell me the store owner of this antique shop is related. Is related to this person? I don't know. Or maybe they're not related. But I think probably this store owner will come into play in one of the routes. Yeah, it wasn't Hanako's route. He's just a shopkeeper in Hanako's route, and probably in this route as well, just a shopkeeper. Maybe he'll have something to do with Rin's route, maybe, or maybe Shizune's route as well. I don't know, but we'll see. His voice makes it painfully clear he has zero interest in what's in the store, and that he doesn't feel obligated to follow me. Okay. As he wanders off without another word, I push the thick wooden door and enter the store, a bell above me ringing out. The musty smell of old books and wooden shelves is distinctly anachronistic. I look to the counter beside the door. The greying man behind it sits there silently, reading a tattered book. He certainly fits the look of the place. Slowly wandering through the ices, the person I'm reminded of as I inspect each handcrafted or imported oddity in turn isn't Hanako. Crouching down, I examine the ancient oak desk inside the shop window. At least 30 doors, all varying wildly in size and weight. The only similarity between them is the long Victorian dresses they wear. I turn the price tag of one that looks to be about waist height. It's not in my price bracket at all, too expensive. I do the same to each of them, getting more and more depressed as they get smaller and smaller in size. That is, until I reach the very smallest one. It's affordable, just yet of quality make and with long auburn hair and little blue dress. I decide that it's the kind of present Hanako would appreciate. Pretty looking and far from gaudy. After I carefully pick it up, I decide to keep looking around the store. I'm not sure whether it's because I like the atmosphere or out of simple curiosity. Peeking around the corner before I go to the next aisle, I see that the shelves in this one are stocked with wooden toys, from toy cars to intricate automatons. Ah, another one. What's this? Don't think I've seen this. Nah, this definitely is something new. What's this? Tucked behind a line of nutcrackers, I notice a little plain wooden box. It feels surprisingly light as I pick it up with my free hand. Ah, it's a music box, alright. The lid only needs the smallest movement to pop open, the little metal drum inside beginning to rotate immediately. For seconds on end, I simply stand there listening to the palm-sized melody. As it plays, I take the tiny price tag in my fingers and bring it up to my face, the minuscule cursive writing taking some effort to read. It's affordable, sort of. I think this would make a perfect present for Lilly though. Yeah, I think so. Okay, you closed it, alright. Why? I want to listen to it more. Why did you close it? Grimacing slightly, I close the lid and make my way to the counter with door and music box in hand. When I lay the two on the counter, the man behind it sits up and takes stock of them. He doesn't hide very well his surprise at someone of my age buying them. It's painful, but I hand over the money for the two and leave the store with a small opaque bag in hand. Okay, we're not going to talk to him, alright. Hideaki being there takes me by surprise. Oh, hi. I thought you'd be at the newsstand. Akira gave me a call. She's waiting for us at the fountain with Lilly. Oh. At least that solves the issue of trying to find them again. We head off back to the fountain. Hideaki's immaculate posture and presentation, despite his appearance, makes for a strange contrast even as we walk. Yeah, I can get that, you know. Oh man, and Lilly looks kind of sad. Something to do with the folks or something like that. I think it probably has something to do with something that we know of in Hanako's route, but I probably won't say it right now. Lilly and Akira stand there waiting for us, their faces hard to read. Hey, you ready to go, shawty? Hideaki's mood seems to improve as he rejoins her. See you, Lilly, Hisao. Tell Hanako I said happy birthday. We will. Bye. Goodbye, Akira. Oh, still looking sad. And with that, the two disappear into the fracas of the afternoon city crowd. Turning to Lilly, I notice she's carrying a small bag. It's now that I realize why her disposition felt different from before. While Lilly's typically the type to wear her emotions on her sleeve, her expression and tone are clouded and difficult to read. It's more than a little off-putting, but given the effort she's making to hide her emotions, I doubt she wants to be cornered on why she's feeling this way. Already bought Hanako a present? Yes. Have you? Yeah. Shall we head back to the bus stop then? Okay, there should be a bus back to Yamaku pretty soon. And with that, we begin to walk. Oh yeah, actually, come to think of it, we haven't made any choices yet, right? Yeah, so we'll definitely keep myself on the lookout for the first choice to make. Now she just looks so sad right now. It feels strange compared to before. Lilly's hand on my forearm feels unusually tense, and the whole atmosphere is extraordinarily awkward. The silence continues for a long while. I really don't like seeing her like this.
Hanako's birthday party is going to have to be held earlier. Is the 4th going to be alright for you?
Yeah, I think I know what's up. Yeah. If you have read through Hanako's route, you know, if you have watched my videos of Hanako's route, you probably know what's up. Yeah, I know what's up. I have no other possibility obligations anyway, so I reflexively nod. Only afterwards do I remember that doing so is pointless, and quickly answer so by switch. Yeah, she can't see, you know. She tries to collect herself, a task that looks almost pitiable in how plain it is to see how distant her thoughts are.
Sorry, Hisao. You say the bus will be coming soon, right?
That's right. But now that she says that, I have an idea. Oh? Actually, do you have anything to do later today?
I don't believe so. Why do you ask?
This is the point where I would normally take your hand and rush you somewhere. But even without that, you have to trust me. Okay? I take her hand and gently lead her on. Her distant face replaced by one of mild surprise and curiosity. Oh, what's Hisao planning? Ah, okay. As the waitress sets the cup of tea and cup of coffee that I ordered onto the table, I thank her before she takes her leave. So, yeah, cafe. Truth be told, I really lucked out in finding this cafe. I didn't really know where I was going, rather. I was just looking for any cafe that looked relatively nice. Having managed to recover a little, Lilly tentatively sips at her cup as I take a long gulp of the coffee in front of me. As I hoped, her face lights up as she realizes what flavor it is.
Ah, this is wonderful. Hisao, how did you know that this was
luck? I had asked for French vanilla black tea, hedging my bets that it would be her favorite flavor, or at least one she liked. While I don't really know much about tea, it sounded like one she might appreciate. On the basis of her liking vanilla ice cream, a tea connoisseur I'm definitely not. It was a lucky guess. You really like tea, don't you? She puts her teacup down and gives a tiny nod. That familiar small smile thankfully perched on her face once again.
Drinking tea is coming, I think.
We know something more. With the amount you drink, are you sure you're not addicted to it? Caffeine addiction's pretty common nowadays.
Did I ever say I wasn't?
She lets out a giggle as my head drops. We all have our vices, I suppose, and there are worse things to be addicted to. French vanilla black tea, huh? I'll have to remember that. Oh yeah. If you want to date the girl you like, yeah, you have to remember her favorites and all that thing, you know? For a while, we both silently drink. It's comforting to have someone like her nearby in such new surroundings, even if it's just the two of us sitting in silence. I begin to wonder if this feeling is the same for her, until she sets down her cup.
Hisao, do you mind if I ask you a slightly odd question?
That depends on the question, I guess.
I was wondering what your favorite color is. Everyone has one, after all.
Well, if you ask me, my personal favorite color is ocean blue. Yes. I don't know about Hisao, probably dark green. I mean, seeing the color-coded name, I like Lilly yellow and Hisao is dark green, so I guess his favorite color is dark green. I almost replied before realizing why the seemingly mundane question is actually quite strange. My favorite color, and then this one, let's see, dark green. She gives a pouting look, wanting me to answer anyway. While the answer seems unavoidably wasted on her, there isn't any harm in giving it. See, there we go. See, I'm smart. I've always had a thing for green. I'll say that's my favorite.
Green, is it? What things do you think of? What things do you think of when contemplating the color?
Well, nature, lush greenery, yeah. I suppose grass fields and trees in summer. The army as well with the camouflage.
I always seem to like the military.
Not me though.
But that sounds like a nice color. A very nice color.
She nods her head a little, as if approving of the choice, considering how foreign the concept of color is to her mind. Labeling it by association seems reasonable enough. If everyone has a favorite color, then what's yours?
White.
Oh, white?
I'm told that's the color of snow and of ice cream.
Well, vanilla ice cream to be specific. But yeah, I can see why you like snow because you love winter and all that, right? You know better than me then. If you only like that color because of your favorite food, I guess white is nice too though. And speaking of colors, you'll be getting dark soon. Let me help you out. Lilly offers her hand, which I take in mine to help level her up from her seat at the table. Its softness compared to mine takes me off guard, as I'm really not used to such casual contact. It doesn't seem to bother her at all though. While it seems obvious why, it feels like just one more ladylike aspect to her. As her hand moves to her pocket, I quickly cut her off. Don't worry, I'll pay for this, I'm a gentleman.
Oh, thank you, Hisao.
She gives another smile at the gesture, a reward much greater than that of her words. Alright, oh, it's really dark. By the time we step off the bus, it's well and truly dark. Oh, we make our way up the hill in silence, both of us behaving a little awkwardly, probably because of the day's events. And I think this is one of the few times we were walking, up the hill at night. Actually, there are other events. I mean, remember back at the start of Lilly's route, we were also walking back, to school, but that was with Rin. So, and then there was a scene. Yeah, there was a choice there. So, yeah. While I'm still concerned over Lilly's withdrawn nature after meeting with her sister, the fact I managed to cheer her up even slightly feels like a personal victory. But it feels like the air between us has changed. Maybe it's only a bit, but it's something I don't think either of us realized before. Is it like love?
That was a date, wasn't it?
Well, then what do you consider, that whole day event in Hanako's route? Wasn't that a date too? Why didn't you think that in Hanako's route? Anyway, it was. That doesn't elude either of us. The question's answer being so self-evident as to be rhetorical. Awkward as it may be, I don't think this feeling is bad. In fact, quite the opposite. I don't know what it is. I certainly can't be sure, but it feels like something a little more than friendship. Understanding? Empathy? Searching for words to adequately describe it is difficult. No, it's not difficult. Love. But then again, it's difficult to say it out loud just like that. Nonetheless, would you like to do this again sometime, Lilly? Without shopping for presents? Oh, she's blushing! Lilly's blushing! The tentative question is met with the same look from Lilly as before. Her pale skin makes the rosy tint of her cheeks just slightly more noticeable, and her face, though still pointed to the streets ahead of her, lowers. Just a little.
Okay.
Oh yeah, alright. I like that part. Oh yeah. Can't wait to find out more.